this is Deborah Ann White, and I've had a delightful time revisiting being 10 years old again because I've been remembering one of my favorite backyard games, which is kind of funny because I grew up in New York City, lived on the island of Manhattan. We didn't have a backyard. We lived in a great big apartment complex with multiple buildings, and the grass was for decorative purposes only. In fact, our family even got fined and had to pay a fine if any of us kids got caught playing on the beautiful decorative grass. And again, I live in a neighborhood where we have no backyards. I live in Daybreak, and in our section, we don't have backyards. So it's kind of interesting to revisit some of the games we played as a child without a backyard. The one I do remember that I loved playing was called Frozen Tag. I loved the power of being it, but I realized early on that I was not gifted genetically with good spring muscles, and so I realized that I probably was not going to succeed as it. So my fast acceleration to catch my prey had to come from cunning and stratagem, and I loved it. But more importantly, I loved being not it, so I could run like the wind. Well, at least like a small breeze. And I always giggled when I got caught and froze. We added a special little touch to it of when you were frozen, whatever position you're frozen, when you were touched, you had to stay in that position till everyone was frozen. And so you'd stay in that position, and then one by one, you would be touched, become unfrozen, and then you had to, with your imagination, come up with something that matched the position with which you were in when you were frozen. And so it was really fun to watch what everybody else decided to do and to try not to copy what they were, because it was important to be original. And you just try to think, what does this position look like? And sometimes when you had a really good idea, you would freeze in that position on purpose so that you could carry out being a ballet dancer, or running a hurdle over the hurdles in a track game, or just being a leaf blowing to the ground. Whatever your imagination came up with. And it was really a fun game. It gave us a lot of glorious freedom to carry out that thing that we had imagined. And the thing that was awesome about it, we didn't need any equipment. We didn't need a referee. We didn't have to have a specific number of kids to play with. We could play it anywhere. It was like having entertainment in your pocket. Anywhere, anytime, did not require batteries. I learned this game from a really amazing family that had very little in the way of things, but great stores of wonderful activities and fun things that they did together. We really enjoyed playing together. And it's been really fun to revisit this backyard game that we played as a child. And so, if sometime you're driving by a park out in South Jordan and you notice a senior citizen twirling in the wind at dusk, come and join me for a great game of Frozen Tag.